Hi, fellow rebels. I'm just going to quickly run through how to get onto Mattermost because I know a lot of people have had trouble doing that. So, to get access, you actually have to go to this particular address and it'll take you to the sign up link. So, the address you need to go to is http colon slash slash bit.ly /xrvicmm. So if you jump to that, and we do recommend signing up on a desktop because it's just easier that way. Here you'll have the sign up team page. So this is Extinction Rebellion's own server. So you'll get access to that server. So you put in your email address, username, and password, and you hit create account. You will have to verify your password. I'm not going to actually do that process because I've already done it. So then when you're ready to actually log into Mattermost, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can do it just within your regular browser here. And the way we would do that is by going to the server name. See up here where it says organize.earth, and then it's got all of this other stuff behind it. This bit here is the sign up page in particular. So if you actually just put into the browser only organize.earth and hit enter, it's actually going to take you to the login page. The confusing bit about this is you can see when you're on this login page, there's no actual sign up option. So you do have to do that bit.ly bit first and then come to this page to actually log in. It's a little bit annoying, not very user friendly, but such is open source software. So that's one way you can do it. So I will just log in. So here I'm logged in. You can see that I've got a heap of channels down here. These are all the ones that I've chosen to join. Now, these are all different channels made by different people, and other people can make other channels. So what you won't see all of these here when you first log in. In order to see them, you'll have to actually expand. So if you press this, actually on desktop it's slightly different. Scroll down to where it says more, and that's going to open up all the existing channels and you can just join them as you like. There's obviously tons of them. If you want to leave a channel, you can jump into that channel and you can actually go to where this little drop down menu is here, and you can just choose leave channel. So, you can add and leave, as you like, so you don't end up with too much stuff going on. One other thing you can do is if you open up the account settings, so the way I actually did that was here I clicked on this where it says main menu and clicked on account settings. You can see here there's a little tab called notifications. This is quite useful. So you can actually change the words that trigger notifications, trigger mentions for you. So you'll get notifications for all of the words you put in here. So you can see I've actually edited this. I'm an illustrator and a artist. So I've actually jumped in here and I've kept my name. So my username is getting mentions all the time. Whenever I'm getting a notification every time anyone mentions my name. But all of these other words with a little comma between them, I'm also getting notified whenever anyone uses those. So that's just really useful. If there's particular sort of topics you're interested in staying on top of. So that's really all I have to say about that. The last thing I wanted to talk about was just actually downloading the Mattermost app. So in order to do that, you can actually just go to the Mattermost website, which is obviously mattermost.org. If you go to this website, you can actually download an app that you can have on your computer. You can also download the phone app. So here under download, if you open that download page and ignore all this stuff at the top, it's very confusing. Just scroll down the bottom here and here's where the apps for different, operating systems are. So I've got Windows, so I downloaded this one. Obviously you want this one if you're on a Mac. And, you know, these are apps for phones, so I would do that on your phone. Once you've actually downloaded and installed it, sorry, I'll just open it. There is one last point of confusion, at least for me, that I found out when I opened it. So this is the app that I've opened. So this is using this instead of in the browser. So the thing that threw me when I first opened this was this server display name. I was like, well, what's the server display name? I've got the URL, which is http organize.earth, which is the same one we used in the browser, but I don't know what the server name is. And what I've actually figured out, and I'm happy to be corrected on this, but it just doesn't actually matter. So you can really put anything in there, but, you know, in order to make it make sense, it's probably a good idea to do something like XR Oz Vic. And by giving it a display name, you just know what server this is, and then you have the URL, which is the same as the sign up URL, which is http://organize.earth, and then you just hit add. And what that's going to do is add this server to this list here, and you can just log into it that way on your computer with whatever your credentials were when you signed up. And it just means I'm using it in its own app. So that's just, you can do that if you want to, and then you're not using it in your browser. And everything else is the same. That's really it. Best of luck, and rebel for life.